been on my minimalist journey for 13 years. Over that time, I have learned so much about myself. When I stopped wasting money, so many unexpected things started happening in my life, far more than just savings and owning less. I'm sharing how changing my relationship with money changed and shaped my life. Oddly enough, when I stopped wasting money, I actually began to value money much more. I became a better steward of money, and I began to use my money and time intentionally. I lost the craving to shop. Shopping had become a habitual pattern in my life. I began to just mindlessly shop for anything and buy anything just for the sake of buying it. The more I bought, the more I felt like I needed to keep shopping. In the beginning of my minimalist journey, I really avoided all stores because every time I went in the store, that urge came up in me to start purchasing things that I didn't need. It was about a year into my minimalist journey that I realized I had finally broken that habit of shopping. Then I could go into any store freely and look and admire all of the beautiful things without feeling compelled like I had to buy something. I learned that my self-worth is the kind of person I am and not what I own. I used to buy the newest trends of clothes and have a very nice car because I felt like it gave me value, that if I didn't have the nicest, newest things, that I might be looked down upon by other people. When I stopped wasting money on things and became a minimalist, it really forced me to stop and take a hard look at myself because I wasn't using material items to kind of prop me up and feel like I had value and worth. Then I was forced to look inward and to see the kind of person I wanted to be. And as I started cultivating all of the characteristics of the type of person I wanted to become, that actually fed my self-esteem and gave me self-worth. Because I stopped hiding behind my material possessions, this allowed me to have a deeper connection with other people. When I was living a more authentic life, it allowed me to view others for their authentic self as well, because it didn't matter to me what clothes people were wearing or what I was wearing, what car I drove or what other people drove. What really mattered to me was the kind of person who was in front of me, and it really allowed me the opportunity to connect with the individual person who was sitting with me. I have found joy in simplicity instead of using shopping as a form of entertainment. Shopping for new clothes or cute trendy things for my house, going out to expensive meals or grabbing an expensive coffee, these were all forms that I used to use to keep me entertained. Instead of wasting my money and my time shopping either in a store or online, this afforded me the time to get out to nature. Nature not only gives me a sense of joy, but also a sense of calm. When I'm outside, I feel good both physically, mentally, and emotionally. I picked up hobbies like baking fresh bread. I taught myself how to knit. I began to find joy in cooking new recipes. Mealtime is now an exploration of new foods, and it's a time we can come together as a family and share our day. Instead of an expensive date night out with my husband, we now enjoy a picnic in the mountains. Not spending money has taught me to become resourceful. Instead of buying books, I started going to the library. I have fallen in love with libraries. It's so nice to explore books on all kinds of topics that I normally wouldn't think of. I have found the coolest secondhand stores. Some of my favorite clothes are found in thrift stores, not to mention all of the unique vintage things. DIY projects to refurbish old furniture I found at a yard sale, or to repurpose something in my home and give it a new life. Over 13 years of minimalism, I have learned how to become easily adaptable. I used to waste money on things that were very convenient for me. I owned houses that were much bigger than we actually needed, and I would waste a lot of money on things that I thought would improve my life. Living minimally has taught me to be adaptable to many different situations and lifestyles. I learned that I don't need a big house or any house to live comfortably when we traveled in an RV. I learned I don't need all of my stuff or even a car when we sold everything and traveled with a backpack abroad. I found that clothes dry just as well hanging on the line as they do in a dryer. I don't get caught up in thinking that I need certain possessions in my life in order to live a good life. Every day is an adventure, and life is what you make of it, not what you own. Thanks so much for watching today. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and give it a thumbs up, and maybe check out some of these other videos around me on mindful living. Have a wonderful day.